The Battle of Cape Matapan, Greek, Nu Alpha Upsilon Mu Alpha Chi Alpha Tau Omicron Upsilon Tau Alpha Iota Nu Rho Omicron Upsilon, was a naval battle during the Second World War between the Allies, represented by the navies of the United Kingdom and Australia, and the Royal Italian Navy, from 27 to March 29, 1941. Cape Matapan is on the southwestern coast of the Peloponnesian Peninsula of Greece. After the interception and decryption of Italian signals by the Government Code and Cypher School, GC&CS, at Bletchley Park, the decrypted intelligence codenamed Ultra, ships of the Royal Navy and Royal Australian Navy, under the command of Royal Navy Admiral Sir Andrew Cunningham, intercepted and sank or severely damaged several ships of the Italian Regia Marina under Squadron-Vice-Admiral Angelo Iachino. The opening actions of the battle are also known in Italy as the Battle of Gaudo. In late March 1941, as British ships of the Mediterranean Fleet covered troop movements to Greece, Mavis Beatty, a cryptanalyst at Bletchley Park, made a breakthrough, reading the Italian naval enigma for the first time. The first message, the cryptic "Today's the day -3, was followed 3 days later by a second message reporting the sailing of an Italian battle fleet comprising 1 battleship, 6 heavy and 2 light cruisers, plus destroyers to attack the merchant convoy supplying British forces. As always with Enigma, the intelligence breakthrough was concealed from the Italians by ensuring there was a plausible, visible reason for the Allies to have detected and intercepted their fleet. In this case, it was a carefully directed reconnaissance plane. As a further deception, Admiral Cunningham made a surreptitious exit after dark from a golf club in Alexandria to avoid being seen boarding his flagship, the battleship HMS Warspite. He had made a point of arriving at the club the same afternoon with his suitcase as if for an overnight stay, and spent some time on the golf course within sight of the Japanese consul. An evening party on his flagship was advertised for that night but was never meant to take place. At the same time, there was a failure of intelligence on the Axis side. The Italians had been incorrectly informed by the Germans that the British Mediterranean Fleet had only 1 operational battleship and no aircraft carriers. In fact, the Royal Navy had 3 battleships, while the damaged British aircraft carrier Illustrious had been replaced by HMS Formidable. On 27 March, Vice Admiral Pritam Whipple, with the cruisers Ajax, Gloucester, Orion and Perth and a number of destroyers, sailed from Greek waters for a position south of Crete. Admiral Cunningham with Formidable, Warspite, Barham and Valiant left Alexandria on the same day to meet the cruisers. The Italian fleet was spotted by a Sunderland flying boat at 12 o'clock, depriving Iachino of any advantage of surprise. The Italian admiral also learned that Formidable was at sea, thanks to the decryption team aboard Vittorio Veneto. Nevertheless, after some discussion, the Italian headquarters decided to go ahead with the operation, to show the Germans their will to fight and confidence in the higher speed of their warships. The naval historian Vincent O'Hara described the Battle of Matapan as Italy's greatest defeat at sea, subtracting from its order of battle a cruiser division, but the battle was hardly decisive. The British in the Mediterranean lost the heavy cruiser York and the new light cruiser Bonaventure in the same period, 26 March 31, 1941, but while the Royal Navy lost 4 heavy cruisers during the war, York, Exeter, Cornwall, and Dorsetshire, the latter 2 in a single engagement, at Matapan the Regia Marina lost 3 in a night. That the Italians had sortied so far to the east established a potential threat that forced the British to keep their battleships ready to face another sortie during the operations off Greece and Crete. After the defeat at Cape Matapan, the Italian Admiral Iachino wrote that the battle had the consequence of limiting for some time our operational activities, not for the serious moral effect of the losses, as the British believed, but because the operation revealed our inferiority in effective aero-naval cooperation and the backwardness of our night battle technology. The Italian fleet did not venture into the eastern Mediterranean again until the fall of Crete 2 months later, and it did not come out in full force until the Battle of mid-June 1942. 6. Despite his impressive victory, Admiral Cunningham was somewhat disappointed with the failure of the destroyers to make contact with Vittorio Veneto. The fact that the Italian battleship had escaped intact was, in the words of the British admiral, much to be regretted.